It seems like nowadays, video game projects are being revealed to the community earlier and earlier than ever before. Rarely do we ever see any big budget games get announced and released in the same year anymore. Now of course, there are different reasons for why this happens. Sometimes games get delayed. Video games are massive undertakings, and occasionally a studio will run into some development issues, and for whatever reasons they won't meet their initial deadlines. But there are studios that reveal their game long before their predicted launch date, so the question of whether or not they run into development issues becomes meaningless. Now I'm sure many of you already suspected this, but the reason why games are revealed so early is because it's a good marketing strategy. With the internet becoming home to an absolutely massive gaming community filled with news sites, videos, and forums, the earlier a studio can get information out onto the web, the better. If a game can get a trailer out 2 years before release, that's 2 years of people talking, people making videos, people writing articles, and so on and so forth. Essentially, it's free advertising. The benefits of revealing games so early are endless, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about how people feel about this practice, how the community feels about games taking years and years to come out. You see, over the past few years, I discovered that I actually don't mind when companies reveal games years early. In fact, I actually quite like it. Never before have fans been able to follow games so closely through their development process, and for the first time, developers can receive feedback from their players in real time as they're working on the game. That being said, the thing that I have a problem with is revealing gameplay for games when you don't have jack shit. I get more pissed off at the idea of early reveals when the early reveal is not actually presenting the project, but instead presenting a future projection of the project. I don't expect every single gamer to know or even care about this, but it's important to note that majority of the time, when you're looking at gameplay for a game that's years away from release, you're not looking at actual gameplay running on a console. You're looking at a gameplay system in its most basic form with, oftentimes, a target render that they're using to project the kind of game they're hoping the finished product will be. Whatever you're seeing isn't the game, it's just a section of it designed specifically for the trailer. Obviously, studios will do this to different extents. Sometimes it's just for a few cutscenes here and there, maybe just a visual thing that's still in the realm of possibility for the future. Sometimes the entire trailer is a fabrication built to present different gameplay mechanics that haven't been implemented into the game yet. I think the main reason why I'm bringing this up is because of the community's desire to see gameplay for an upcoming game. I tend to see more people get pissed off when a studio reveals nothing but a title card, or a concept video, or even just announces that they're working on something new. And to me, that just seems so backwards. Like I said, I find it interesting to be part of the development process early on, and the game that really solidified that idea for me was Project Re Fantasy. Atlus announced this project in the winter of 2016, and ever since then, they've done nothing but reveal concept art, concept videos, and developer interviews. It's been such an interesting sneak peek into the development team's train of thought, and the principles behind their new studio, Studio Zero. Yet people complained that we weren't getting any gameplay to go along with it, and some laughed at the idea that they announced a game with nothing but concept to show for it. I don't get that point of view. Why are we condemning the studios who are actually honest with their fanbase when it comes to where they are in development? You think Atlus couldn't have put together a quick gameplay but not gameplay trailer? The same goes for Nintendo. People were disappointed that all we got for Metroid Prime 4 was a title card, and all we got for the new Pokemon game was a quick mention that they started working on it. I get the idea that people want to see the game when a project is announced, but I don't think people are giving credit where credit is due. Do you have any idea how easy it would have been for a large company like Nintendo to slap together some early work with a target render for Prime 4 and have everyone lose their shit? Do you know how much hype they would have created if they put out a 15-second clip of a Pokemon trainer running through an open field all prettied up for the trailer? They could have done that, but instead we got something as humble as the president of the Pokemon company sitting in a chair in an office just talking to us and announcing they've begun working on the game. That's the kind of stuff I respect, and I wish more people saw that as a positive. But hey, if you have a problem with early announcements, then I totally get it. But enough with this double standard. Enough with condemning those who don't reveal gameplay and praising those that do, like, oh well, at least they showed the game, only to complain years later that the actual game doesn't look like the footage you saw years ago. Of course it doesn't. The game wasn't even close to completion at the time, and yet we'll still shower newly announced games that show gameplay with approval. Just next time when a game gets announced, think about what you're looking at. If the game looks fresh and polished yet is years away from release, maybe question that a little. And if the developers have nothing to show, maybe see that as a bit of integrity on their part. Thank you to this month's patrons, as well as the top donators, Blind Man, Ginger Groove, and Alexis Ubri Penzo. I am terrible at pronouncing names. I probably didn't get it right, but that's all I got, really. I did my best. I did my best.